Hello, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first night of RSC playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very great night tonight. We got two matchups for you. We have the first matchup that me and my great partner here, Bulletnote, is going to be casting, which is the premier final. Bulletnote, how are you doing, brother?
I am so stoked for playoffs, Wicked. It's gonna be a blast. I am absolutely excited to see what Premier pulls out for us tonight, especially given who we're gonna be seeing tonight, Punks and Capybaras. Kind of unexpected here. We'll get into that in a second, but got a stacked night for you guys all. We got 25 of you in chat. That number's gonna go up. Wicked, right back at you, man. I'm sure you're excited. Welcome to the stream.
Absolutely, man. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to be casting this premier matchup with you tonight. Let's also not forget we also have the prospect final, which is right now to be determined at 10:30. So please stay tuned after the premier final. I will not be here, but our friend Bullet Note will. But I think we should start talking about the premier final. That is what everybody's here for. That's what everybody's ready to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the premier finalists this season are the Punks and the Capybaras. As you can see right here, in the standings with the playoffs. You see that the Punks they had to go to Game 7 to beat Doublemint, but they are the third seed going into this, which is absolutely crazy. And in the Capybaras, they 4-1 the number one seed on their side of the bracket. What do you? I mean, that's insane, Bullet. No, don't you think?
Yeah, that is a dominant performance by the number 4 seed Capybaras. Super tight race in the playoffs, when you look at the, season overall for Premier, but it's gonna be really interesting. Do we see if Punks, rally again and take it to 7, and if they're able to knock it down, or Capybara is gonna show up as dominant as they did in semifinals and, just make this quick and easy for us?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory here looking at the bracket for Premier. Congratulations to the teams that have made it, and also congratulations for an amazing season for those that did not make it. But we should go forward and look at the comparison between both of these teams that are in the finals here tonight. You got the Punks and the Capybaras. The Punks and the Capybaras both had a tied season this season, 31 and 25. That's a very rare thing to see, especially with two teams that are in the finals to be tied with the record. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, no, for sure. And you look at these other stats too, they're neck and neck. Goals for 132 to 126, shots identical across the season, just under 450, and their shooting percentage barely a percentage off. We're gonna see something crazy here tonight with these two teams. It's gonna come down to goals versus, and there's a slight edge to the Capybaras, but the Punks have the overall lead in saves. So it's a toss up. It's a toss up, man. I don't know what to say here.
Absolutely. I mean, even the save totals between both of these teams, it's definitely going to be one of these series. Which by the way, everybody, this is a best of seven, so it's going to be very interesting to see how far we go into these playoffs and who in this game in the series, so to speak, and who wants it more. I mean, both of the teams look like they're both hungry. It's going to be very interesting to see how they come out and play tonight. But I think we should jump over to each individual player from each team. We're going to start
Yeah.
off with the Punks first. Do you want
Yeah,
to
and
take it away?
yeah, sure. And as we get that pulled up too, last thing I'll say on the teams, you look at the last five from Capybara and Punks. Capybaras have the lead 13 and 7 in the last five. Punks are 11 and 9. They're only 2 games off. So again, super tight here. But let's look at the Punks. We got ayylo, Reeves, FusionBleach, and GreenSleeves all popping off here. It looks like ayylo, Reeves, and FusionBleach going to be that top three. Shooting percentage relatively high, hovering right about around that 1 in 3. But how about FusionBleach looking to be kind of the cleanup for the team? 32% shot percentage, 46 games played, 43 goals, averaging almost a goal per game there. Definitely is going to be the weapon from the Punks tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And to touch base with this Punks team, let's not forget FusionBleach. This man is a staple in the premier tier. This dude's got 4 championships under his belt. And correct me if I'm wrong, the man won a championship last season in Premier. And now he has a whole different team. He's in the finals again. This man is definitely somebody to be scary. He might not have the best stats on the team, but he's definitely somebody that knows the league and knows the tier, and he knows this big game field that he's about to walk into. So this is definitely going to be a challenge for the side of the Capybaras going into this game against the Punks. And I think we've talked about the Punks long enough. I think we should go over and talk about the Capybaras.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll flash over to the Capybaras here. Fusion Bleach, though, like you said, four trophies to his name, a total of 9 trophies across that roster for the Punks. So this is a team that is used to winning. They're going to show up really tight here, but they got the Capybaras in the way, going to be trying to stop them from getting that. You got Super, Surreal, Tsheg, and Rocket. All of them looking really balanced, a lot more balanced than the Punks. There's not really a true obvious fourth man here on the Capybaras team. All of them shooting relatively the same, a little bit under compared to the Punks, but they seem a little more balanced to me. And you can see Surreal actually showing up here. 44 games played, 51 goals. So they are the one in the lobby right now that's averaging above a shot or a goal per game. So going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Absolutely. I don't know if you can see if we have both teams on the field yet, or if we only have one right now. I cannot see that. So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong there. If we have all of them, do we have them all?
No, we're still waiting for people to come in here. So let's keep talking though.
Okay.
Again, gonna be a really exciting matchup tonight. These two teams are going
Yes.
to be showing out for sure. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of aerials, a lot of synergy across the teams too. Uh, I what do you think predictions are going to look like here, Wicked? What are you thinking for the series?
Man, it's going to be hard to say, and I'm not the type of person to cast or curse anybody for any team, no matter what. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say. Like I said, we were looking at the team stats, and they're pretty much neck and neck for the whole entire season with both of these teams. So it's very hard to say. And I think what's going to come down to is the experience. I mean, you could see how strong the Punks are with 9 championships in total, like you just said before we started talking about the Capybaras. The Capybaras only have 2 players that have 1 championship each. And I mean, like with the 9 totals of the Punks, four of those championships belong to FusionBleach. So I think it's gonna come down to experience. But I also know that with experience comes with sometimes of an ego, depending on how very humble
Mhm.
you are with your wins. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Capybaras can knock down that ego that FusionBleach might have. I mean, he might be going into this like, oh yeah, this is going to be another championship under my belt, under my name in the server. I think I think it's going to come down who wants it more. That's just my personal opinion. Who's going to be more hungry for this? You know.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Well, there's something to be said for familiarity. Obviously, punks have been here before. This is a field that they are used to seeing, but like you said, that's hunger is they're gonna be going up against here with the Capybaras. Capybaras want to win. They're going to be trying hard. I think we've got almost everybody in the lobby here. We might get to shut up for a
Yes.
second and just let them get going. So
Yes.
we're going to get this started, guys. We are going into Premier playoffs. We're starting the playoff postseason here with a top tier matchup. So why don't we get these teams going?
Yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that this is a best of 7. One of these teams is going to be the premier winner of the season. They have to win 4 games between all of them. Let's get them in the field and get them going for game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, what do you think so far? Like, just like, how do you think this is going to edge up to be? Like, do you think that both of these teams are going to be playing patient? Do you think that both of these teams are going to be feeling each other out, or do you think there's going to be one team being more aggressive than the other?
Well, it looks like both teams are coming out swinging right away. We got 2 demos off the rip on the kickoff. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how FusionBleach and Surreal match up against each other. You got FusionBleach as the dominant, clear front runner on the Punks team, but Surreal's kind of lurking in the shadows there. He goes and takes the ball, gets met by Fusion midfield there, doesn't make anything happen with it. That ball's going to drop down again. Reeves looking for an open net that gets shot down by Tsheg, and then FusionBleach again. Look at this pressure just to put it right back into play there.
Yeah, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, with the recent update in Rocket League, it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams match up with the new things that have been added to the game, as far as the big boost spawning, as well as the flipper set indicator. As you see, Super here trying to set something up for Tsheg. Tsheg putting something on net. Open net, Super with the follow up puts the Capybaras with 1 goal on the board here early in game number 1.
Yeah, we'll just call that a quintuple tap between the 3 of them there, or the 2 of them there, putting 5 touches to get that across, just bouncing it across the side till that went in. But hey, any way it works to get that goal up, you get going. Just under a minute of gameplay, and we already got 1 goal going to the Capybaras here as they look to take an early lead in game 1.
Yeah, you see Tsheg trying to set something up here again, and Reeves having to make a big save right here. Surreal with full boost. Ball's across the net. Reeves manages to get to it, but the ball's still floating in danger. ayylo has to hit it away. Super passing down to Surreal. Surreal with the top bin shot. What a save. Both teammates from the Punks, ayylo and Reeves, going up for that save here. Surreal looking to keep the pressure on. Super up, put the shot on net. Can FusionBleach get there? Yes, he can. Can he get a follow-up? He does, but Tsheg's there to 50 the ball. The ball still remains on the side of the Punks. Looking for a shot, open net, and a mistake there by Reeves. Surreal putting the ball in the back of the net. And right now, the Capybaras are off to a hot start here in game number 1.
Yeah, Reeves did not like that touch he got. He threw it right back mid, and Surreal was just right place, right time to throw that in, capitalizing on that mistake. They're going to extend their lead 2-0 here, and they had Punks just really on the back foot for the last 20 seconds there. Pushed them in the corner, pushed them back across their own net, made it so they couldn't really break out, and we see that happening again here. Reeves throwing it just across field, trying to get the breakout, but there's Tsheg right on top of it, able to keep it going here. They're going to go into the corner here. Reeves looking to try and get a 50 that he wants. It doesn't quite go where he wants, leaves it for Tsheg. The placement from the Capybaras has just been really excellent here as they've been able to keep their rotation up. They've been able to keep their placement right, and they've been able to capitalize on that and just help keep pressure by not wasting a lot of movement.
Absolutely, and even the midfield presence. You see a demo come out there from Super. Even the midfield boost grabs that you've been seeing from the Punks. They've been doing a lot of good job controlling the midfield, and I think that's what's setting the tone for them to be able to get these plays and make the Punks awkward. As you see FusionBleach last year, he's going to take the ball, he's going to go for an air dribble, but gets demoed by Tsheg. Tsheg said no, but he gets demoed as well. Surreal looking to get the follow up here. Good read by ayylo, and Super looking to keep pressure on as the Capybaras have been doing all game long. Tsheg looking for a double, misses the ball. Reeves is up, trying to read the ball going up. And Surreal gets 15. FusionBleach looking to get the ball downfield, which he does. Maybe the Punks can start setting up some offense here. Fusion looking to set a pass, but no avail. And Surreal looking to take control and get more points on the board for the Capybaras.
Yeah, they almost get it here. There's the touch off Super. That's going to go in the back of the net from a pass from Surreal. Super just kind of hanging out here. Look at him. He doesn't get the boost. He's just kind of like right here in front. Crazy miscue by the Punks. They're not able to prevent that from happening. 3-0, just over half the game left. We're in kickoff number 4 in this game, and it finally goes towards the Capybara side of the field. But man, ball possession and just ball control has been across the board, just kind of one-sided here. Capybara is controlling that offensive pressure of the game, controlling the tempo of the game, and really making a strong game 1 performance here. A really strong statement in this first run of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you said before, the Capybaras just seem to be hungry for it. As you see a team bump between Tsheg and Surreal, but does not matter. The ball still remains in danger, and a mistake there by FusionBleach, and Surreal capitalizes off that mistake and adds more to the lead total. I mean, this is just the Capybaras wanting it more.
Yeah, no, for sure. Capybaras are hungry. Like we said, they came out swinging. 1 minute 25 left. You got to get an answer on the field here for Punks, either some consolation goals or a chance to try and tie it up with some crazy plays here. Crazy demo coming off ayylo and Tsheg, both going back to the spawn screen. They're going to pop up. FusionBleach gets that pop mid. They can't get a shot off on it. It's going to come back to midfield for Reeves. Reeves leaves that ball to bounce for Tsheg. Going to be looking for a double and a pass setup here. It goes just barely off the corner of the wheels. Doesn't go anywhere. Bouncing mid again. FusionBleach is up, but gets met by Surreal. That's going to bounce across again. Capybaras again controlling the flow of the game here, trying to get set up here across from midfield off that crossbar. Doesn't go anywhere for Capybaras, but Tsheg looking to try and keep that pressure on. Finally, a breakout here from the Punks. They're going to be looking to try and force something across the net here. It goes across the net. It gets bounced wide by Surreal. Surreal not quite able to make that score happen from the Punks there, but Reeves is going to be looking for a solo play here as he goes up, gets 50'd, and gets dropped down mid. Punks just can't really get anything going here. They look for a team pinch. It doesn't work out for them. It's going back down mid again, and that's going to go back onto their side of the field.
It seems like right now, it seems like just watching the Punks' perspectives, I've been paying attention in the past 30 seconds here. It seems like the way that they're moving around with each other, they're a little nervous. They're not working with each other. Maybe miscommunications that are coming out for the side of the Punks, but I mean, even looking at the Capybaras, and you've seen them all game long as 10 seconds come here, as this is going to be a game number 1 win for the Capybaras. that the Capybaras have just been communicating super well. I mean, they're rotating really well, as you said earlier. They're taking control of midfield, and that's what set the tone here in game number one. Game number one going to the Capybaras, Surreal winning MVP.
Yeah, crazy performance by the Capybaras. What a statement. If you're going to come out in game one of the Premier playoffs, like this is how you do it. 4-0 from the Capybaras, and just a dominant performance by Surreal. 62 touches, clear leader in the lobby on the ball here. Combined touches, pretty balanced. 106 from the Punks, 114 from the Capybaras, but the Capybaras just did it better. They just put it in. They just put it in the back of the net, and they're going to be looking to repeat that going into game two here. Punks got to have some kind of response.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that they just need to start beating the Capybaras in the midfield possession, you know, with possession of the mid boost and everything else. And I think also working with each other a lot more, because it seems like they were trying to just, like, if they were on their side of the field, it seemed like they were just trying to get some sort of touch instead of trying to get a controlled touch. And I think that's what's breaking them apart, is them getting rid of the ball a lot earlier than what they should. And the Capybaras are just a great team so far, as what we've been watching, and they've been capitalizing off of the Punks giving the ball away. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going into game number two here. Let's see if the Punks can turn it around, or we'll see if the Capybaras will put them up 2-0 here.
Yeah, we're going to get into kickoff number 2 here for game 2. That's going to be coming in here, looking to see who gets it. Surreal gets a good touch, but Reeves is there to respond. That's going to go back onto the Capybaras side of the net. Some early offensive pressure from the Punks as the shot goes across and gets blocked by Super. Almost just right center post there. That almost went in. Punks looking for an early response here as they try and get some offensive pressure again. Looks like they picked up the speed a little bit, realized that they were getting outplayed in possession and in control, and so they look to change that now as FusionBleach goes for a pass across the middle, gets blocked by Surreal. Back down is ayylo, though, to throw it back in, gets caught by Surreal. Surreal making himself known as just kind of the front runner in this play right now. He's already gotten several touches on the ball, looking to try and make something happen for his teammates here as he goes to pick up some boost. Midfield, ball comes to him. Tsheg's up for a touch, though. What a redirect, almost off Super into the corner, doesn't go anywhere, just slight miscues on the angle that don't realize for them. But what a demo. Fusion having to go back to the spawn screen, Reeves having to play up and block, but there's Tsheg throwing it in, just overwhelming them on the offense. Surreal with an excellent touch here, excellent 50 from Reeves, and Tsheg with the boost is able to put it top bin.
What I have to say is that Super, even in game number one, was just a menace on the goal line for the Punks, and he continues to do that here in game number two. As you see, he picked up a demo for that goal to come out and happen. As you see, a pass play comes out here between Reeves and ayylo. FusionBleach looking up to stall the ball here. Reeves taking control of the ball, I'm sorry. And Super cutting him off. Tsheg looking to get maybe a flip reset here to pass down for Super, and FusionBleach says no. Open net here. He's gonna probably try to put one on net, but no, hits it off the corner of the wall, and the Capybaras slide away with a almost crucial mistake, leaving the net wide open.
Yeah, no, they got lucky on that one. They didn't get the angle. Thankfully, third man was able to get back and kind of block it off. Reeves going to be looking to change that, though, as he tries to throw it mid. His teammate didn't quite expect it. A little bit wide. 50 midfield again. FusionBleach looking to try and do something here. Aside from that demo, or no, that 50, Punks have done a much better job of matching this offensive tempo from the Capybaras. You can see right now we were like 2-0, almost 3-0 here at this time in the game, last game. Punk's going to be looking to try and break out here, but what a pass comes across, looking for bin, doesn't go. It's a little bit too high, a little bit too slow, but Super's going to throw it right back, go for a flip reset touch pass here as it goes off Surreal. Doesn't go anywhere, it gets bounced out. Tsheg looking to throw it back in here, throws it down, looking for a pass, midfield, where's the shooter? Super and Surreal don't know who wants to take it, leave it for Surreal now as he goes and tries to make a solo play here, gets a one over, gets off ceiling, goes for a double, gets blocked by all members of Punks as that comes across again, and now the counterattack is going to be looking to start here for the Punks.
Counterattack indeed, definitely. As you see, FusionBleach gets another good 50, hits it down to ayylo. ayylo looking to set up something, but no teammate there. The third man playing patient here. They know that they're down by one. They're not really in a rush. FusionBleach looking to set something up for Reeves. Reeves does not bite. ayylo looking to set the ball back in the side of the field, but looks like Tsheg looking for a demo. Opens up the Punks there as ayylo looks to get a big bang downfield, put one on net. Saved away easily by Super. FusionBleach looking to get a double here. Tsheg keeps it in the corner. Reeves looking to fake out Tsheg as Tsheg gets a good 50, and Surreal with control here. As we've been seeing this whole entire series so far, the Capybaras have just been doing a phenomenal job of controlling the ball and controlling the pace of the games.
Yeah, they definitely have great offensive pressure here, looking for demos across the goal line, trying to create that open net opportunity from the Capybaras. Counterattack coming, though, from the Punks here. A flick to the corner, gets knocked down by both Super and Surreal. That's going to go wide again. Open net opportunity here. Super looking for a shot, going to throw it off, gets blocked by FusionBleach. What a save. Almost bounces all the way across into the other open net. FusionBleach got that off the crossbar there. Going to bounce it mid, leave it for his teammates. His teammates don't bite. Surreal's going up with boost, looking for a shot off a flip reset. Doesn't go anywhere. Fusion now has to try and create some offensive pressure. A missed touch by Tsheg. Doesn't go. Unfortunately, FusionBleach didn't capitalize it on as fast as he wanted. Reeves going to leave that ball for his teammates now. They're trying to get something going. A lot of midfield play, a lot more midfield play than we saw from game 2 or from game 1 here as they go and look for a double. That's going to go down and in. Reeves off the double. Crazy angle. Hit it with all 4 tires and knocks it into the net.
It was a very risky play going for that third man demo that I saw. It was by Super, I believe. But you see Reeves just absolutely putting on a clip of a masterpiece with a double tap in the back of the net. They finally, after 9 minutes of gameplay, they got their first goal to go through. They might be looking for a second one here as the ball goes across the mid of the goal line. FusionBleach with no boost gets a 50. ayylo looking to bait out some defenders here, gets a 50. Can the Capybaras put the game up again? As you see, looked like Surreal looking for the double. FusionBleach up. We've seen this man do so well here in the Premier Finals. Right now, he's been very quiet, but made some pretty crucial saves as ayylo looking to get it clear. Surreal says otherwise. Tsheg's in support, but a good save and a good clear comes out by the Punks. But the ball's still in danger here with those 13 seconds here. Surreal up with the flip reset. What a save by ayylo and Reeves. Reeves with no boost. Looking to get the ball downfield just to get the ball away to possibly take this game number 2 into overtime. Tsheg wants the ball to drop, and the ball drops. We have game overtime and game number 2.
Yeah, and I know Super's going to be looking for that angle back. He almost got a corner post shot that would have finished the game for them. They just were a little bit wide on the touch. It didn't go. Tsheg looking to bang out here, try and make something happen. FusionBleach has to play it with ayylo. A lot of double commits coming out on the Punks right now. Maybe just some early game jitters, but also boost management. We talk boost management. We talk offensive pressure. Capybaras continuing to dominate that side of the play. Very rare to see any of them with no boost, and they've been starving Punks all game, and that's what's led them to be able to kind of keep pressure in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it, the boost management. I've been talking about it since game number 1, and it seems like the Punks, every single time they get boost, they just waste it all, and then they have to run back and get boost. They just don't stay into play, and they keep that pressure on and just let Capybara do whatever they want. You see right here, Super's carrying the ball. Reeves waiting for him, gets to get a 50, and Reeves and Super ends up winning that 50. And that's another thing that's setting the tone here too, is the 50 wins. The Capybaras have been winning like 95% of all 50s here out of both of these games. As you see, a 50 goes across the goal line. ayylo gets saved out, passed down to Surreal. Surreal beats out one defender, looking to maybe beat another one. ayylo gets a 50, passes it down to a teammate. Reeves was ready for it, but he bailed out. FusionBleach looking to put a shot on net, does not get registered. Surreal looking to get the ball downfield. As you see, Super being a menace. That's what the Capybaras have been doing all series long so far, is just demo. It's like the new meta.
They're looking for those opportunities. They've been really great just trying to, again, open up scoring opportunities. A bump in the net on Reeves is going to throw him to the back, and they can't quite get the counterattack going. Surreal's going to pass to Tsheg, cutting it. I think he was looking for Super, though. Double off the rip. Doesn't happen. FusionBleach is there to block it. Super looking to try and play it out, but FusionBleach is going to continue to pressure the Capybaras and throw that ball onto their side of the field. Shot now gets blocked by Surreal off the roof. Going to be coming back. Tsheg gets the double, throws it down to the side, looking for a pass here. Reeves with no boost has to play the corner, and he's not quite able to do what he wants here. He plays a shot that's coming low. There's the block from Reeves and the 50 to throw it back. They're going to be looking for an offensive switch here. Gets demoed for his efforts. They're both going to go back to the spawn screen on that one, leaving a 2v2 situation just for a couple seconds here. Reeves comes screaming back in, looking to try and keep some play here going. Punk's in a great offensive position here to make a score happen as he goes up. ayylo looking for the drop, gets the bump, gets the save from Surreal, and that doesn't go anywhere. anywhere, and now they have to play a little bit of defense to try and create another scoring opportunity, but they got to break out of this little blender that they're in right now as a shot comes low. Awkward positioning, Surreal looking for a double tap off the corner. We see a shot coming in here, gets knocked down by FusionBleach. Tsheg, though, responds and throws it to the corner. Going to be looking for his teammate, almost gets it, bounces wide again. We got to get a break out of this action here because it's been nonstop back and forth here in this overtime as we just hit 3 minutes here.
Absolutely. I think this might be the end of it, though. Reeves with the top right corner shot. The man put 2 goals up here in game number 2 and ends up with the game number 2 victory here for his teammates and the team, the Punks. They finally tied the series up here 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we can all finally take a breath. Reeves getting the game-winning shot, a beautiful shot, top corner. Crazy overtime, almost 3 minutes of overtime. 2:59 is the clock in the stop there. Wow, what a response though by the Punks to dig deep and fight through it. We're tied up 1-1 now. Wicked, how you feeling?
This is insane, and I mean, the Punks definitely turned it around here in game number 2. As you see, it was a little sloppy, I had to say, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I'm not going to be here to want to judge. And Punks ended up getting the win. I think one thing I'd like to see the Punks definitely do change here going forward is a lot of the they seem to do a lot of fakes, and as I was talking about it, a lot of the 50s are losing, and I feel like that they should start just taking a hit at the ball. Instead of faking it, especially with all the 50 losses that they're losing. I think it's better and more beneficial for them to get a play on the ball, at least try to get a touch on the ball to help a teammate out. But either way, the Punks definitely turned it around. As you see, Reeves with the MVP with 2 goals, 2 saves, and 2 shots. He shot 100%. And I think that this game, just game number 2, was just even with both of these teams as far as offense goes.
Yeah, pretty even around. We're going to go into game 3 here. Last game, though, Capybaras 8 demos to 2. So aggression, right? Capybaras looking for those opportunities. They're trying to create them. Just going to be a lot stronger there. And we're looking for, I think we had maybe a slight disconnect issue. Game crash. Super's going to be coming back here as we get ready to go into game 3. But we're 1-1. Punks looking to show some signs of life. Capybara looking to strike back as strong as ever. But we're going to be taking a timeout here as we get the game going, get the second or third game going here.
Yes. And I think, I mean, it's hard to describe just the intensity that's going on, especially with the Punks. They a little slow at first, as you saw in game number 1, the 4, I believe it was 4-0. That they lost, and them turning it around here in game number 2 to tie the series up. I knew this was going to happen going into this game. I knew it was going to happen going into the series. Like, it's just both of these teams, as we talked about the team stats, how even they were through and through the whole entire season, and with where they were seeding at. I mean, and another thing you got to point out is the Capybaras with how strong we've seen them so far. They played the number 1 seed on their side of the bracket, and they 4-1 them. I mean, being number 1 seed isn't just like a handout like we're on the Oprah Winfrey show. We're not just handing out 1 seeds here. Everybody gets 1 seed. You know what I mean? So definitely something to note that the Capybaras, with how strong they've been so far, especially going in here to game number 3, I still remain to see that this team's still going to remain strong, and they're definitely going to give the Punks a challenge and a fight and a run for their money, especially with all the championship wins that they have under the belts over there on the Punks.
Yeah, well, what's really interesting too, while we wait for these players to get back in, is that match day 8, the Punks played the Capybaras, and the Punks 4-0'd the Capybaras. So really interesting stat line there. It looks like they've been able to make some changes, get a little bit better. But Capybaras is seeming like a really kind of a volatile team. It seems like they either win by a lot or they lose by a lot. Looking through this schedule here, 4-0. I'm sorry. Match day 1, the Capybaras 4-0'd the Punks. So let's double back on that. Match day 8, Punks 4-0'd Capybaras. Match day 1, Capybaras 4-0'd Punks. So early on in the season, right, setting up that boxing match, that back and forth between the two. But looking through these stat lines through the match days, it does look like Capybaras seem to either go 1-3, 4-0, 0-4, or 3-1. Not a lot of 2-2s. Not seeing really any 2-2s from any of them. So maybe that's going to play into it as well, where they're kind of an all or nothing, throw everything in the kitchen sink at the wall, see what sticks. Going to see what happens here with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even talking about individual players like FusionBleach over there, the Punks, he's definitely the player that's been playing on the field these past couple games. That's someone to note with his 4 championship wins. And even looking at his player stats from this past season, the man had the best shooting percentage on his team, and he's been quiet all series long. Like, I haven't seen him really on the offensive side at all, except for a couple times where he, set up a pass. So I think what the Punks need to do is start getting something set up for him, especially with his shooting percentage. I mean, the dude, and he has the most goals on his team. I know he's separated by 3 goals with Reeves, which we saw Reeves carry the team this past game to get the victory in game number 2 with 2 goals of himself, shooting 100%. But I think that they should start getting FusionBleach more involved on the offensive side. And I mean, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I think that's what's going to help the Punks out a lot, especially on the offensive side. Instead of trying to keep on fighting with each other, trying to figure everything out on the defensive side, is just getting him more involved.
Yeah, we are gonna get a lobby remake here and get things going again. So give us just a couple more seconds, guys. Don't forget, get your predictions in if you haven't already. I think the lobby may have closed on that. But get your fake internet points. And again, we are looking to try and get our followers up too. So pass that along to all your friends. 39 of you guys in the chat right now. Thanks for joining us, walking out with us, and checking out the playoffs that we got going on. Looking for those more subs too. I may throw some in later tonight here. It's playoffs. Anything can happen. But we are going to try and get back into the action here as we load back in.
One thing I'm seeing a lot of the people that are in the chat, which we appreciate everybody that's tuning in, is that there's some people that want to see Rocket on the side of the Capybaras come in and start playing. I say they should send it. Maybe if they get a pretty if they get a good score series, I think they should send it and bring in that golden sub of Rocket.
Oh, for sure.
I think they should do it for the chat. I'm sure they're probably lurking in the chat right now, watching us cast this amazing series so far. So if you are a Capybara player and you are in our chat, send it. Just send it. Give the chat what they want and came to see is Rocket.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see here, but yeah, I agree. Capybaras, if you guys go up 3 here and you're looking to finish it, throw in the Rocket, man. Let's get some variety in here. Still waiting on Surreal. Still waiting on that PC reset. It looks like, trying to see what's going to happen here as we try to get in. It's just going to give us more time to talk about Prospect too. Reminder, we got Prospect finals coming up here after this one. Going to be an exciting matchup. Prospect has been a really volatile season. I say that as someone in Prospect who unfortunately did not make playoffs. But the teams that we got coming in for the Prospect in the semis are all 4 excellent teams, and it's going to be really interesting to see who ends up taking the playoff spot in Prospect as we come up here.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to note something in the chat that Christopher said in the chat. There was a direct quote from FusionBleach himself saying the Capybaras are unironically better with Surreal on the bench. And it's even more funny. It's even more ironic that Surreal is the one having PC issues. I'm telling you, it's just in the makings right now that Rocket should definitely come in, and they should just send it.
Well, they might have to, depending on time here. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to wait. They might have to get Rocket in the lobby here to get this game going again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do have a time schedule. I know that it is that is not depending with the overtimes that we cannot help, but we still have a time schedule that we still need to follow. And I think it is time for Mr. Rocket to pick up that controller, lean forward in his chair, get the monitor ready to rock and roll, and start playing some Rocket League.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Absolutely. Even looking over at the Capybaras, like individual stats with Surreal, the dude had 51 goals, 170 shots with a 30% shooting percentage. He was the best on his team this season. Mm-hmm. He had 30 assists, 80 saves, and 40 demos in total for the season. So the man wasn't really looking for demos. He was just mainly waiting for the pass to come out and going for the shot. I mean, you have people like, as we've been seeing all series so far, Super and Tsheg, they've been the ones demoing that back line, that third man that you always see that we've been seeing a lot of them doing. And Super's got 74 demos this season, and Tsheg has 76. So definitely they're holding up the standard that they've set for themselves individually for this season, and they're showing it here on stream in the big game against the Punks.
Yeah, well, and as we've seen in these first two games, Capybaras coming out with a dominant, aggressive offensive play style. It's no wonder that they ended up going 4-1 to make it into playoffs. You have to wonder how Longbeards felt just getting rolled over in semis by the Capybaras, a dominant 4-1 performance. But as we also saw in game 2, Punks kind of with a bend don't break kind of play style, they were able to fight back, tie things up, and then ultimately take the overtime win. Kind of also reminiscent of their semifinals playoff, taking it to game 7 against Doublemint, the number 2 seed, and ultimately walking away with the victory. So depending on how these next couple matches go, Capybaras either going to be looking to do what they do best and roll over the opposition, or Punk's going to be looking to play like they know how to play, not fold under pressure, be comfortable in the uncomfortableness of being tied up, and try and win that way. It's really going to go either way here with the two as we get Rocket in, fan favorite coming in, going to be subbing in for Surreal with those PC problems. We're going to be looking to get started here again, guys, with everybody in the lobby. We're going to say go, go, go on the reset and get things going into game 3 here.
Everybody got what they were asking for. They wanted Rocket, the man Rocket, to come in, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen. FusionBleach said that they're better without Surreal. So I'm ready to see and excited to see what's going to happen here going into game number 3. Mr. Rocket coming in as the golden sub. So far right now, the Punks are off to a hot start. Reeves looking to get a pinch, does not make it happen. Rocket hits the ball up to Tsheg. Tsheg up. Looks to get a double, maybe. ayylo says no. FusionBleach looking to get a double off the sidewall. Leaves it for ayylo. ayylo gets a ball downfield. Rocket there. Hits the ball back. FusionBleach pops it back up. Looks like the Punks right now are on time to set up for offense here early in game number 3.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Rocket does coming into the play here. He's got full boost. He's last man back right now off a redirect that he's able to catch and save. Awesome redirect from FusionBleach, almost makes it work. When we were talking player stats, we said that the Capybaras had a pretty balanced roster. Everybody had some play style. Rocket has the lowest with 32 games, but that's not as low as we've seen some other fourth mans. A shot from Super here gets blocked by ayylo. But Rocket, not a bad player in their own right, not a terrible player in their own right, well, unfortunately, not able to make that save. A missile comes flying in from Reeves. A crazy 100-mile-per-hour shot off of Tsheg. That's going to go top corner or top bar and set up Punks for an early lead here.
That's absolutely insane how that pinched in. I didn't even see the ball pinch in. I saw the ball zoom, but I thought it was just a really perfectly well-placed hit with the corner of his car. But 100 miles an hour, that's absolutely insane. And the amount of times that I've casted, that's the fastest goal that I've seen go in out of all the games that I've casted here in RSC over the past couple seasons. But the Punks right now, they're on the front foot as Reeves looks to get the top corner, does not. The worst sound in Rocket League is the ding. Reeves looks to keep up the pressure. FusionBleach leaves it for ayylo. ayylo puts it back up on the backboard. The Punks right now have definitely got their foot here in game number 3. They know what they want to do. They know what to expect against this Capybaras team, how aggressive they've been all series long. FusionBleach, or ayylo, I'm sorry. ayylo looking to set it up for FusionBleach. Tsheg looking to get a flip reset pass down to Super. Super hits it to the bottom right corner, and we have a tie game here in game number 3.
What an amazing team play. Tsheg, you see in his camera view, he saw where Super was the 100% of the time, and Super just had to wait a slight second to get the defender out of his way. What a team play by Capybaras. And we talked about offense, like you were saying. Surreal provided a lot of that offense, a lot of that quick rotation that is going to be missed here as Rocket comes in, but we have to give Rocket a chance and see what he does. Rocket looking to try and get a pass up for his teammate, leaves it for Tsheg. Tsheg is going to go try and fight FusionBleach for the ball, gets knocked down mid. A shot now off a redirect, gets knocked down by Super. That's going to come across the net here as they try and bang it back out, try and get something set up here. FusionBleach knocking it away as well. Both teams kind of playing a little bit of chess right now, jostling for position, trying to find those scoring opportunities, those breaks in the armor of their defense here as Super and Tsheg look to try and get another team play here. Tsheg off the crossbar, down and in, gets it past the defender. Sort of just went a little too far away from Reeves. He wasn't able to keep control of it, and then Tsheg caught ayylo sleeping on the back line, and he's just going to knock that in and go up 2.
It looked like Tsheg was trying to pass, or I'm sorry, it looked like ayylo was trying to give it to, or Reeves was trying to give it to ayylo, and ayylo, he must have saw ayylo in his view get boost and was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be turned up, but did not realize that ayylo was going for the backboard, and that's I think that's what cost them the goal there. But either way, the Capybaras are still off to their strong start, even with the golden sub that they have in Rocket. And it's also very interesting to see how they've changed up their game style here too. As you see, we saw a lot of demos coming out from Tsheg and Super and allowing Surreal to, do his thing with the ball. And right now, Super and Tsheg have gotten themselves into rotation and, trying to provide anchorship in a sort of funny way for Rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%, you're right, and Super is going to be looking to try and get that pressure back on here. Rocket's going to take the catch instead, though, and get met with ayylo in the corner. Punk's going to be looking to respond here with a shot that doesn't go off the roof. Unfortunately, Reeves is going to be looking for that one back. FusionBleach getting the demo and trying to keep the offensive pressure up as ayylo goes to the corner here, but Capybaras are going to be looking to bang this out, try and get something midfield here. A 50 doesn't go their way, and Fusion almost gets a shot top in on that corner shot. Doesn't quite go, though. Reeves now gets an opportunity to try and make a solo play. We've seen Capybaras kind of giving Punks a little more space. They haven't been able to keep the speed up that Surreal was bringing to their game style, but they've been managing well. Up 2-1, as you guys see here in the corner here, as that ball is going to float in. We have to see what they do on their play style, if they're going to make any kind of changes, or if this is just new players getting warmed up.
Absolutely. And one thing I have to also take note that I talked about last game is FusionBleach getting more involved on the offensive side. As you see, Reeves looking for a bump. FusionBleach looking to get involved there again on the offensive side. It gets a turnaround. No avail, no shot going forward. Looking to pass it back down. Rocket with full boost keeps the ball back in the right-hand corner for the Capybaras. And Reeves looking to get a 50, which he does and wins. Super beats every one defender. FusionBleach there. Looks for a pass down. The ball shot. Tsheg with no boost manages to get the save, pick up boost as well. But the ball's still in danger here. ayylo looking to get something going for his teammates, but the ball goes back down on the side of the Punks. FusionBleach, very awkward situation here. Has to go for something. Gets demoed by Rocket. Tsheg with full boost. Looking to carry it up. Maybe get a shot on net, but ayylo has plenty of boost, gets a save, and Reeves is going to hit the ball away. 10 seconds left here. Might have an overtime here in game number 3, Bullet.
Yeah, 5 seconds left. Last score, last opportunity coming out here as Punks are going to be looking to try and keep that ball up, and Capybaras says no way. Throws it down to the corner to secure that game 3 win.
Yes, absolutely. And W sub and definitely indeed in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Put in W golden sub in the chat. Everybody that put their channel points up for the golden sub, you guys have won your channel points, but guess what? No more, because guess who just came back and ready to play for the Capybaras? Rocket got his time, and now it's time for Mr. Surreal to come back. Everybody got what they asked for in one game at least. And now Surreal is back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys... go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we'll have to see if they decide to make a change, or they're going to keep Rocket. Rocket providing some good defense for the team to keep that just sort of rotation going. And talking about defense too, ayylo these last 2 games, despite going down in the score, has done a really excellent job of keeping defense for the Punks as well. Going to be interesting to see what happens in game 4.
Yeah, and definitely indeed, especially with a sub coming out and somebody that hasn't played a lot this season for the Capybaras, and they ended up getting the win anyways. Granted that he didn't have like carry stats, but he definitely did a lot on the field with demos. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with Surreal. Hopefully he doesn't have a PC issue. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going into game number 4. The Capybaras are up 2-1. Here we go with game number 4. Let's see what happens here. Will the Punks respond and tie the series back up? Or will the Capybaras put them on match point?
Yeah, Surreal coming back in for the Capybaras, already looking to get a shot off. It gets blocked by FusionBleach. A 50 to the corner is going to set up another opportunity. What a touch, what a pass, what a shot. Crazy work from Tsheg, getting in with a weird backflip off the top of his car. Look at this touch and pass down. Gets it right past ayylo, and Surreal's just able to knock it in.
My man Tsheg decided to hold the drift button there on the wall and, you know, slid across that wall like he was like in an ice skating rink, like he was doing freaking freestyle ice skating. I mean, get this man in the Olympics here, the way he was moving on that wall, getting some ice skates. You see Tsheg looking to get a double, and it's a little bit wide. And Surreal looking to keep the offensive pressure up.
Yeah, all-star performance from Tsheg coming in right now. A whiff. That's going to... Oh, no! Just a little bit too slow. Probably thought he could just roll that one in. Tsheg gets demoed off the miscue that would have led to an easy goal for them. They don't get that 2-0 lead now, and they're still 1-0 with just under a minute left. A shot from Surreal almost goes in with a crazy angle, and that's what we've been seeing in Premier holistically as well, is just a lot more sharp angles, a lot more side shots, a lot more ceiling shots to try and get it past those defenders. Skill ceiling overall has just gone through the roof with Premier this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it was a little scary there to watch. I saw 2 demos come out from Super. Super's just being a menace again. It's like we're watching games 1 and 2 again for the Capybaras, and Super looking to put a shot on net but gets saved away by Reeves. ayylo looking to pass it away to Bleach but gets beat out by Surreal. Surreal looking to get a double pass down to his teammate Super, and Super's there to put another goal here in game number 4 for the Capybaras. 2-0.
Yeah, crazy double tap pass, and then Super just right there to use the last of his boost to throw it in. Talk about offensive pressure here. Surreal comes back in, and we immediately see a return to form with Capybaras going back to their Game 1 aggressive playstyle that netted them those 4 goals in Game 1. We're probably going to see a repeat here as they look to get something set up here. Surreal gets it past 1, looking to pass, and dies for his efforts. ayylo keeping that defensive up, but the ball is still on their side here, and Punks have got to get that cleared out as Tsheg looks to try and make a play of his own against FusionBleach. FusionBleach just been in the center of every play, it seems like, here, trying his best to keep this Punks team active and aggressive.
Yeah, and even so, like it's like we're going back to game number 1 here. You see the Punks, like it seems like they're nervous again with Surreal coming back on the field. It's like Surreal's like their kryptonite. I don't understand. Surreal got a flip reset, uses it early with a pop flip, try to get it up. Reeves gets a good 50 on him. Reeves with a little bit of control, looks to get a musty down to Bleach. Bleach with the 50. Demo by Reeves. The Punks are looking to set some kind of offense up here. Surreal with plenty of boost, gets a good 50. Reeves has more plenty boost as well. Looking to set something up for Fusion. It's been quiet all series long. And he gets demoed. And Surreal with full control of the ball. Just looking to bait into Punks right now. They don't have to rush any kind of goals with 2 goal comforting, as Tsheg's going to have an open net here. And they make the lead even more extensive with 3 goals here late in game number 4.
Yeah, Tsheg with an excellent double, just an easy one, open net, just got it past everybody. And not for lack of trying, though. Punk's been doing a lot better with boost management. They just haven't gotten the positioning down in this game. They've been sort of caught outside of those shots. But they've been doing a better job. We've actually seen the Capybaras kind of struggle for boost a little bit. They haven't been able to keep the aggression up late game here. As that ball's already on the Capybaras side, they're going to be looking for a shot here. A shot from Reeves gets blocked by Tsheg, not able to make it happen. Tsheg looking for a counterattack. Demos FusionBleach, takes him out of the game for 2 seconds. Super going to be looking for a pass here off the corner, gets it down, and his teammate's not there on the demo. Surreal has to bail out and go back to third man. Picks up the 100 boost. He's going to be looking to block this and knock it back down to the corner. FusionBleach there, though, gets met by Surreal. Surreal looking for an open net here as ayylo has to come back and save it. Gets it knocked down to the corner, steals the boost. And again, the Capybaras talk about offense, talk about demos, you talk about shots, you talk about boost starving. They're doing it all right now, and it shows with that 3-0 lead that they've got.
Yeah, all the boost starving, and even with the full boost that they have, they get controlled touches. And then when you see a Punk player come out as first man, they get a perfect beat on them, and it's like they leave the net wide open too. As you see a crash into the corner with Reeves and ayylo, it seems like right now the Punks are just nervous and trying to get something to happen as Surreal gets a redirect and extends the lead even more. It seems like right now the Capybaras want this championship more than the Punks.
Yeah, no, they are playing their hearts out right now. The synergy is going crazy right now. Tsheg, Surreal, and Super doing an excellent job of setting up plays for each other. We've seen more team plays in this series than I think I've seen all season from the games that I've seen in Premier. They're playing their hearts out, man. It's excellent to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is like we talked about it during the pregame show. What team's going to want it more? And we also talked about like what with experience as well. Even though it's not really showing with the side of the Punks with the experience and the amount of championships between all four players, it seems like the Capybaras knew going into this that it's going to be a tough challenge, and they were up for it. And they're the ones putting on a show here. As FusionBleach look to get a shot on net, and FusionBleach always sinks those in. I cannot believe he missed, hit off the sidewall. And Super looking to bang the ball downfield. The net's wide open. Tsheg off the backboard. And the Capybaras are looking to just basically win here, game number 4, and put the Punks on match point.
Yeah, and Tsheg got a great shot there. He heard Reeves jump, and he knew he had to put it just a little bit higher to get around him, and he did. 5-0 in game 4. Assuming this continues this pattern, this is going to be a win for Capybaras. They're going to go up 3-1. Punks can't lose another game after this, and we're going to have to see what they're able to do, what they're able to return with as far as a response. Maybe they got some brooms in their trunks or something that they can pull out and get that sweep going, but it's going to be tough to see here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could just basically chalk this game up. The Punks looking to get some kind of momentum going into the next game, considering that they're going to be on match point. As you see them get maybe skunked here. Yes, it looks like they're going to get... Oh, the ball's still up. Maybe a Justin moment here by FusionBleach. No. A 5-0 win here for the Capybaras. Surreal coming back hot with the MVP here in game number 4.
Yeah, crazy work. Just complete dominance across the stat line. 138 touches, 7 demos, 5 saves, 13 shots. Out shooting Punks by more than double. 13-6 shots for the team. And then obviously netting them those results with 5 goals to their 0. So just crazy work by Capybaras, an absolute dominant, aggressive performance. And what do you think is going to happen with the Punks here? They can't lose another game. They've got to try and fight back and try and get either the series tied up to go to game 7 or just win it outright. What do you do?
I mean, I think it's one of those things to kind of breathe. I mean, you got to take everything game by game, especially with series like this. You got to take stuff game by game. You can't just, rush everything. You're about to go into game number 5. I know you're on series point or match point, but it's a fresh new game. It's going to be 0-0 starting off. So I think they should start taking everything game one by one. And looks like we have a server down again. So it seems like Rocket League doesn't want anybody to play tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to reset the server here. So bear with us for another minute or two. But I mean, man, it's like I've been in a situation before because I've won a championship myself in season 19 Elite, and we took it to game 7, and it was one of those times where we had to take everything game by game. We were on match point as well. So it's just one of these things right now. You guys are down two games to tie the series up, take it to game 7. Take everything game by game. That's all. That's the advice that I would have to give to the Punks here. And stop playing so nervous, because it seems like they're really, really nervous right now. And they're trying to get touches. It's like they're at game number 1. They did a phenomenal job in game number 2 against this squad that had Surreal on it. They need to rethink what they were doing in game number 2 and bring it forward going into the rest of the series. And if they don't, well, then the Capybaras are going to win the series and win championship.
Yeah, well, we're getting right back into it. We'll see if they have a response. Both teams loaded back in. We're going to get back into it. Game number 5. This could be the end for the Punks if the Capybaras come back and show up as strong as they've been showing up. But if the Punks have some grit inside them, it's going to come out here as we get into game 5. That ball bouncing midfield off the kickoff. A shot goes into the net right away. Capybaras not giving anybody any time to think about it. Right off the kickoff, a beautiful 50 by Surreal that leaves it open for Super. Nobody's got boost able to get back in time, and that's just going to go right in the net.
Yeah, it was just an easy shot for Super, and it seemed like ayylo and Reeves were still trying to get back, and they're unable to do it. And Surreal right now looking to set something up. Been a menace all series long, as you saw him come back here in game number 4. Reeves looking to pass down to Bleach. Has been quiet all series long. Finally gets his first goal here in the series. Passed by Reeves. What an excellent setup here. This might be a change of pace for the Punks that they need here going into game number 5.
Yeah, that's the energy they need going forward here. Reeves with an excellent ceiling pass down to FusionBleach, who just cut it right back across the net to throw it down into one here. Unfortunate kickoff, though, leaves Surreal with the ball and an opportunity. ayylo able to knock it back in. FusionBleach and Reeves and just the team in general have to play more aggressive here, and I think they know that. They got one score in. They're tied up 30 seconds into the game. Opportunity here to try and get away from the Capybaras, but Super just right on top of him. Shot across. What an angle from Tsheg. Crazy. Like we were just talking about last game, these wide angle shots are just so hard to defend, and Tsheg goes up off the backboard here and throws it right down across.
FusionBleach trying to get the save, and unfortunately own goals. They couldn't get the angle to get the save, which is definitely tough coming from that left side corner, the way the shot came in. And right now the Capybaras are just they're hungry. They're ready for this championship. They want to win this, and FusionBleach gets a good save. Super collects the ball up again. Very awkward touch there for ayylo, but makes it work. Surreal looking to pass it back to Tsheg. Tsheg does not make contact on the ball. This is going to be an opportunity here for the Punks. FusionBleach hits it across the goal line and gets saved away. Reeves hits it back across. FusionBleach there, looking to pass down to ayylo. ayylo nowhere to be found. There he is. But Surreal with the ball, looking to get a flip reset maybe, but runs out of boost. And ayylo gets a good clear. Reeves and Super looking to fight each other, see who wins this. Super gets a shot on net. Reeves plays really patient, gets full boost as well. He has an opportunity here, maybe for a solo play, maybe a setup for another teammate. Looks to get a bump on Surreal. Surreal with an awkward takeoff, but nobody there to punish him. FusionBleach there, looking to pass down to ayylo. The Punks keep on the offensive pressure. Super looking to get rid of the ball, and he does pass it back down, and pressure's back on for the Capybaras.
Yeah, it looks like you can take a breath. It looks like the Capybaras can take a breath here. They get a little bit of offensive relief here. That ball comes right back, though. It's going to be looking across the net here. Gets knocked up high. Leaves it for Reeves. Reeves got the boost. He's going to be trying to make a play here. ayylo looking down for a pass here as it comes across. An air dribble gets knocked away by Surreal. Unfortunate, as Reeves did all of that work to get it that close to the net. And it just doesn't go anywhere. Capybaras putting Punks in a blender in this offensive rotation. They just continue to dominate possession on the ball, dominate momentum, and they've had like just no wasted movements. It doesn't feel like they've had any wasted shots, any missed 50s. The ball's gone where they were trying to put it every time, and it's just been an aggressive performance by the Capybaras.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tsheg looking to get a bump. They've been doing, him and Super been doing it all series long. Surreal with a flip reset, looking to get a 50. Tsheg has full boost here, looking to get a shot to go on net, looking for the flip reset. FusionBleach says no. Maybe an opportunity here, passes it over to Reeves. Maybe a counterattack's about to happen here. Surreal says no. He's got full boost. FusionBleach looking to beat him. He does. But Super's there with plenty of boost to get rid of the ball. FusionBleach looking to stall the ball in the midfield. Reeves does a good job collecting the ball, gets a good 50, looking to pass it to his teammate, FusionBleach in support. FusionBleach gets 50 for his efforts, and the ball goes back for the side of the Capybaras. We have less than 2 minutes left here, ladies and gentlemen. The Capybaras are up a goal. If they can keep up the pressure and hold off the Punks, they will be your premier champions for this season.
Yeah, Capybaras looking to put it away here with 1 minute 30 left. They've got the ball back, but the pressure is mounting from the Punks here. That ball is forced to be banged out, give everybody a chance to reset. Here's ayylo in the corner, going to be looking for a touch here. All of Capybara is waiting for his response. They know they just have to keep this ball in, maybe not even go for touches, but they're going anyways. They look for a score here. Surreal bounces it across the top of the net, doesn't go where they need. They got 2 demos on that, just reset the defense for the Punks, and Punks is going to be fighting. This last minute is going to be insane as the Punks fight to keep their playoff hopes alive. Capybaras are looking to stop them and go home with those emojis with the championship here as we count down the last minute of play here. Ball going mid, gets met by Fusion. That's going to bounce up. Surreal with boost, and the ball gets a little bit of a weird touch, but leaves it for his teammate, gets the bump, almost in again. Tsheg there with the energy to keep that pressure on, leaves it for Super, bounces across mid. They're looking for a shot here or a pass. It doesn't go. It gets beat by ayylo, but look at this offense, man. Immediate response to every touch. Capybaras have just done a great job this series, showing up and showing why they went 4-1 in semifinals.
It's like I'm watching the Team Falcons out of the Capybaras, like from RLCS, man. I mean, the Team Falcons almost have the same exact game style where they're constant, always somebody on the ball no matter what, and they always seem to have full boost whenever I see a player come across to the field of the ball, and the net's wide open because of a demo by Super on the back line. the Capybaras are just not letting off. They're not letting their foot off the Tiger's neck. And 10 seconds here, the Punks have to fight to get something to happen here. Fusion with the ball. Ball's up, but the ball's about to bounce down. Tsheg hits the ball down, and the Capybaras win the championship for Premier Tier.
A crazy, crazy repeat performance from semifinals. Capybaras going 4-1 up against the Punks to go ahead and take this championship. Tsheg getting the last touch, just knock it straight down to the ground there. They wasted no time, no theatrics, nothing funny about it, and solidly took this championship.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, your season, I believe this is what, season 24? 25. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me. Your season 25 Premier Tier champions, the Capybaras.
Yeah, shout out there. Everybody getting touches there. Rocket getting his time to shine in the matches. But shout out to Surreal, Tsheg, and why am I making on the last name? I just had it pulled up. Thank you. Super duper did an excellent job here knocking that down, knocking the Punks down and taking that 4-1 victory. We're going to have an interview here. We've got the man himself, Surreal. Before we drag him in, Wicked, let's do MVPs. Who's your MVP for the night?
Man, I have to give it to Surreal. I mean, Surreal did an absolute crazy job tonight, especially after coming off of a PC issue that he was having, still having that mentality to go into the rest of the series after they got a victory with their sub. Still, it's one of those things where your mental might be still thinking about if your PC is going to have an issue going into the series, but he still kept strong. He ended up taking the last 2 games and MVPs as well for both of those games. I have to give the MVP for the series to Surreal with his performance.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just kind of undoubted here, right? He had an excellent showing. He came back in and immediately flipped the switch on the aggression for the Capybaras. People's MVP, probably going to go to Rocket, though. Chat favorite, fan favorite, coming in and locking things down for Capybaras to keep their momentum with those PC troubles. So honorable mention to Rocket. I see it in the chat. Don't you worry, Rocket. I got your back. But we're going to drag Surreal in here and get this going here. So just give us 1 second. Surreal, how you doing? Congratulations. What a performance.
Thank you.
Crazy work for you guys. You guys went 4-1 in semifinals and then did it again here tonight, going 4-1 up against the Punks. Early season match day 1. You guys got 4-0'd by them. Or sorry, you guys 4-0'd them, and then match day 8, they 4-0'd you. So this is a team you guys have had some history against. What was your guys' thought process going into playoffs here?
All right, I need everyone at home to listen close because y'all need to know Tsheg and Reeves, they got beef, bro. We 4-0'd them on the first day. You know, it was some light work. Reeves came back. He took that personally. He clapped us on match day 8. I'm here to say for everyone listening at home, Tsheg owns Reeves. He owns that fraud.
Crazy work, man. Well, again, just a dominant performance. You guys obviously have some synergy. What's your guys' playstyle been like throughout the season that's led to you guys able to capitalize here tonight?
Yeah, this league's kind of free, so we didn't really have a playstyle for all of like the league play, but for playoffs, the only playstyle we really used was you know, I'm the GOAT, so just give me the ball and my teammates go demo, and it's an open net every time.
Yeah, your PC's not the GOAT though, huh?
Yeah, I had to validate my game files, bro. That was the only way to fix it.
So funny. Well, I do have to ask you, Surreal. I mean, going into the game, I'm sure you guys probably acknowledge the fact of the matter that with overall championship wins on the Punks side, they had 9 championships, including FusionBleach, who won Premier last season. The man had 4 championships under his belt. Did that give you guys any kind of nerves, or did you guys have the nerve to go out there and show them that they're not worth the championships, that you guys are the best team in Premier this season?
Who?
That's crazy work.
That's crazy. That's
crazy work. Well, awesome, man. You guys played really well, man. You guys are gonna be looking to go into next season here. You guys think you're gonna have a pretty similar roster next season, or are you guys having to re-up on your contracts?
We have not made a decision as for next season. I don't even know if I'm gonna be playing next season, so we'll have to wait and see.
Well, if you don't, what a way to go out. Hey, knocking down a dominant team, showing up in the championships, walking away with the trophy, get the emoji next to your name. Again, congratulations. I think we're going to let you go. We got a prospect finals to get to, but what a show. Thank you so much for putting it on for us. We had a great time watching you guys play.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was surreal.
Wow, crazy work. What a guy. Hella
Yeah,
energy.
definitely.
I love the energy, man. I love to see it. And we're going to keep things amped up here as we get into potentially prospect finals. We might take a quick break, guys, as we wait for those final games to finish up. But prospect finals coming up here. It's going to be a different flavor of crazy, and I'm excited, and I can't wait to see all of you guys here again.